All right, so lesson 2, we're talking about power. So we're going to define power, structural, and technical systems. Okay, so power systems include all of the tools of the trade from a basic drill to a massive tractor. So there's a large variety. Structural systems include construction, essential in these fields, from a barn or silo to an oil rig. And then technical systems are computer technology critical for agriculture, food processing, and natural resources. Most equipment nowadays, it has some sort of technical system in it, which can be good and bad. One bad thing that's facing agriculture today is that these are harder to fix. So if something goes wrong with the tractor, back 30 years ago, they were able to just go in and mechanically figure out what was wrong with it and fix it. Now, somebody that is a technician has to come out and work with the computer and electronics. It can be more costly because it takes longer to get someone out there. You can't do it yourself. So there's a big debate there. So power, structural, and technical systems, they support infrastructure associated with agriculture and natural resource industries. There's a lot of jobs in this category, like engineering and welding. In addition, skills associated are essential for all professions in this field. So agriculture, power, and technical systems include ag machinery, which is equipment used in agriculture and the related areas. So this is where you think of like your tractors and combines. Agriculture mechanics, service and selection of powered machinery. So like a diesel mechanic, tractor mechanic. Mechanization, the use of machines in agriculture and natural resources. Self-propelled machinery, machinery operated without the use of tractor power supplies or equipment. And tractors, power vehicles that operate other machines. Food processing, like we talked about last unit, also requires a lot of the same systems, like harvesters, which I talked about last lesson. And natural resources equipment is usually similar, but maybe a little bit larger. Work in natural resources requires a great deal of specialized equipment whenever you're dealing with crude oil and natural gas production. You have really, really large drills and pumps and things like that. So people design and operate this equipment to be job specific. So power tools and systems. Power systems include all electricity, engines, motors, power tools, other power equipment used in ag, food processing, and natural resources. So these typically are going to have gas or diesel internal combustion engines, but they can include power tools of all sorts, like hand tools that you may see. You should understand other forms of power that may not be large scale, like pneumatic power and hydraulic power. Pneumatic power relies on air pressure, so like a nail gun. A lot of times you hook that up to an air hose and it's run by air pressure. Hydraulic power relies on liquid, so that's where you use hydraulic fluid that's going to move around and it's going to make that run. So there's some good pictures of some power tools, some drills, sanders, nail gun, saws, jigsaw, all those things. So think about a very basic task, putting a nail into a piece of wood. Anything using a hammer, you hold the nail, tap the hammer, that's fine for one nail, but what if you're building a house and you're using 1,000 nails? That's where you'd use a nail gun, right? So that's what's the advantage of power tools is speed and reliability. So they're designed to make a difficult task easier by reducing the amount of human force. It's important to use them safely. There's a lot of, agriculture is the most dangerous industry. So there's a lot that could go wrong. So you always have to be on your A game and be aware of things that could go wrong. So here's some basic safety things. Don't pull the cord. Don't carry it around by the cord. Always protect it. Tools and water don't mix. Always disconnect your tools, your appliances. Don't hold the start button. That's going to overwork a tool. Secure your work, so make sure it's down on a good surface. You don't want to be sawing on a board, and as soon as your saw hits that board, it goes flying. Okay? Maintain your tools with proper care. It's going to make them last longer and work better. Wear proper clothing. Don't wear loose clothing around the tools, something that's going to get sucked up. Use safety guards and switches. All tools are going to have these. And safety wear, like your glasses, safety goggles, gloves, steel-toed shoes. Some power tools rely on gasoline, like a chainsaw. They can be used without access to electricity. So that's a benefit there. Like if you're out in a field, you're not going to have electricity. So you don't need those for chainsaw, lawnmowers, lawn trimmers. You can use them from electricity. These are some that you can plug into a battery pack, batteries, or plug into an outlet. Power from compressed gas. That's the pneumatic tools where you use compressed air. So they're using a pneumatic drill. Okay. So the air is your power. Power from liquids. That's using hydraulics. A lot of attachments for tractors are going to use hydraulics. So liquids can't be compressed in the way that gases can. So liquids are more like a solid. So when compressed, liquids shoot out with significant speed. So they generate enough force to accomplish an act of significant strength. So a lot of large equipment runs on hydraulic power. Trucks, cranes, diggers, dumpers, excavators, all the extra forks on a tractor, that's with hydraulics. So all of these have their place in agriculture, and it's important to know the difference of them and where each one is used.